was a nice second contest. We talked about some improvements from the first week. I thought we tightened things up in all aspects, our special teams, our offense, and our defense. Some individuals really stepped up, 2 guys in my right and left. Obviously, you guys talk with them. I thought our kick return, our punt return, Jamal Cooney was exceptional, and we did a nice job opening up some seams. So, confidence builder in terms of just getting together, the guys starting to mesh, growing up a little bit, and it was a nice win, and nice to win at home again after the sabbatical.
Questions for student athletes?
Can you talk a little bit about the domination that the defensive front, the defense as a whole had today?
Yeah, we knew coming in we had to execute, and we had to fire from the beginning in all facets of the game, not only defense, but for defense, the line, we told the line we got to hit them hard and hit them quick. Secondary, fly to the ball, and we just had to execute our game plan.
Nick, what was working so well for you on those option and counter runs?
Offensive line did an amazing job all game. They were getting great push. Those guys worked super hard all week. They work even harder on Saturdays. Love those guys. Coach staff had a great offensive game plan going in, and we just did our job.
What goes through your mind when you kind of have to see that giant lane and nothing but turf to the end zone?
It's a great feeling. A lot of times, one of my thing is I try not to overthink stuff. And like I said, when you got guys with offensive line and even the receivers are blocking so well, it's easy. It's a great feeling, and I just hope we can keep pushing, keep getting better.
Was there a time as a defense that you could see that they were being deep, started to hang a little bit?
Yeah, I think coming out of the first drive of the second half, the coach told our guys that we gotta step on the throats, and we gotta finish it. We gotta finish it, and they look tired, and we gotta take advantage of every opportunity we have.
And you did.
Yes, sir.
How much of a turning point do you think that fumble on their first drive was?
It was crucial. I didn't know who forced it, but getting there, poking their head in there, and stopping the first drive of the game, it's a big turnaround, big momentum shift. I think it definitely helped us and propelled us forward, moving along through the game.
You can talk about how this sets you guys up for going into the other game.
We're excited. We're 2-0 right now. We've had two really fun games. It's great to be back. I believe we have Penn next week. They're a good team, but I think as long as we do our job, go have some fun, it's gonna be great moving forward.
Nick, how much have you, I don't know if the right word is, studied Jared Javino's play and run? He's a different guy than you, but did you pick stuff up from watching him either in person or in film?
Jared was a great mentor. Obviously, physically, he was incredible. What he did for the team for a few years was really, really impressive. And yeah, there's a lot of things that I've tried to model after him. He had awesome success, and obviously, today, along with some help, we were able to have a game like he kind of had a few times. More so than the physical aspect, though, he was a great mental mentor for me, making sure that I was always on the right page, knew what was going on as his understudy, as well as a lot of the other younger kids, and I couldn't be more grateful for him in my life.
Can you give me a specific something that you watched of him, or the way he adapted, or the way he handled the game that you found helpful?
Yeah, so Jerbs, again, was a great athlete. For those people who know him, he's a really laid-back guy, and I think that's something that he's helped me a lot with, is realize not to overthink one play, not to get freaked out when you have a bad snap. I dropped a snap early in the game, and I just knew that something that he would do, as well as so many of the other guys that I've learned from, just move forward, keep playing hard. Jared had a great motor, and that's something that I take pride in. And he, as everybody knows, he pushed hard. And that's something that we do well as a team, and we're going to keep doing moving forward.
For either of you guys, how different does this feel from last week's game, which was not nearly this great?
I think it's a complete 180. Just like I was saying, all facets of the game. Special teams was coming out firing from the get-go. Defense and offense on all cylinders. We just knew that we had to pick up the intensity and the energy, and we knew that, you know, Ivy League is coming soon, and we got to get ready. And we knew that now is the time to step it up.
For either or both of you, how nice was it to be back in front of the home fans after all that time?
Felt incredible. I love this place. I know everybody on our team loves this place. It's not easy to play in. We have a very unique environment. We're isolated, but it's awesome. The Woods is a beautiful place. We had great fan turnout, great support from top to bottom. Administration, students, parents, it was incredible. Felt really, really awesome.
Coach, can you talk about having had Jubino and how well he did that influence you to go out looking for a guy who could be something like him? Or did you sort of find Howard in that role after he was already on the team? How did that sort of form?
No, it was a very good question. Obviously, we had success with Gerbino, and Nick was a quarterback who Wisconsin wanted as a linebacker. And the thought was, look, this is what we do. You're a big physical guy. You throw the ball fairly well, and we'll give you an opportunity at quarterback. And certainly Gerbino's thing kind of stimulates, and Kevin Daff's done a wonderful job with the offense. Keith Clark, Justin Blackshear, just kind of meshing and morphing. It's a tough thing to defend. And the nice thing with him is he throws the ball well also. We didn't do it a whole bunch today. And I should say, and I didn't even realize it, Derek Kyler, 10 for 10. And just didn't miss a ball. And they complement each other. One of the best things is there's an unselfishness with Derek and with Nick, whatever it takes to move the football down the field, and they're willing to go with it. Certainly, you saw that today. We were able to run the football with Nick and kind of kept riding him, and he had an outstanding performance.
Can you just knock it off this track? Can you compare and contrast Howard and Gerbino? Because the league's seen this before from you guys.
Yeah, I'd say that he's probably further ahead from a passing standpoint. He threw the ball in high school more than Jared did. I thought Jared really worked hard at it and developed as a passer. But and Nick has that, he's done it. So we're able to do some things with him in the backfield right off the bat. And a little bit, we didn't show that today, and we didn't really have to. But he has that capability, which is hard to defend.
You graduated a ton of very successful defensive linemen. What can you say about the pressure that you got on them quarterback today?
Yeah, Dwayne Brooks does a wonderful job, and Mickey Grace, who's come in to assist him. They had a lot of young, inexperienced guys. Some of the fellows that stepped up. Seth Walters we knew about, and Seth has been very, very consistent, really a good leader inside. Shane Cokes was a guy that just hadn't played. He played some, but really stepped up into his own today. Luca DeLeo really did some nice things, kind of crushing, forcing the pocket, closing the pocket. Nate Boone came in, has played well. Toby Adedera, neither of whom has played a whole bunch in the past. Bobby Jefferson get in and was making plays. John High. So we have a lot of guys there, and Dwayne does a wonderful job just rotating through two play series, get in, get out, and that kept him fresh. And then Marcus White coming off the edge, he's a hard guy to block. People are holding him, and he's still making plays. So Mick Reese is another guy that hadn't seen a whole lot of time. He's in the backfield. So I think just the kind of an onslaught. There's a lot of guys there, and they play hard together. And Don Dopes mixes it up well for us. Jalen Mackey's another guy. We bring him off the edge, second week in a row, speed sweep, and it's devastating.
What does White do that makes him sort of dangerous off the edge?
He's like Flo Romolati. If you remember Flo, he's a powerful guy. He plays low to the ground. Bend is a term that a lot of people use. He can contort his body and get under those big offensive tackles. He's just slicing through and slicing by. And he's got speed. You saw him track down that kid a number of times.
I asked Marcus about this, but they had a little bit of success on their opening drive on the ground, and then you come up with a sack and then the fumble. How much of a turning point was that?
Yeah, emotionally, offensively, we did a nice job taking the ball the length of the field. It's kind of a rah-rah type deal, and they came right back and pushed the ball down. And to shut it down, now there's that emotional lift on the other side, as opposed to, they go ahead and kick a PAT, they're ahead. We miss our first PAT. So emotionally, it's a big thing for the defense, and I think that kind of shocked them into, playing a little bit better. And to Bruce's point, is a lot of those guys, they haven't played a whole bunch outside of last Saturday. And that wasn't the best performance, and then you just saw it get better and better and better, and I attribute to, I think, just they became more confident. And I said it to the team, I thought we kind of grew up today, doing some stuff that we didn't show last week.
6 of 8 on third down, 1 on fourth. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'd like to keep doing that all season, but we converted, and we're playing within the chains very effectively. We didn't have those, 2nd and 15, 2nd and 18. We ended up punting. We got a sack early on, but outside of that, it was consistent, and that allows you to be extremely selective and unpredictable in play selection.
Bruce takes us back together that this was a masterful offense. What can you say about what he's bringing to the table?
He's got a wonderful football mind. The nice thing is he takes input from all quarters. And Keith Clark and just the background that he has with the run game, Cheston brings an element. Danny O'Day, Dave Shula, and he kind of morphs it all together. He's like the mad scientist, and all of a sudden, here we go. He made some great calls, and there's some unexpected things that show up. It's hard to prepare for something like that. The motion and the movement, it's a little bit confusing on time with substitutions, but he's up in the box up there just kind of stirring it all together. He does a great job.
Jamal Cooney, because he has shown that explosiveness ever since he got here, hasn't been able to break into sort of the top receiver group, but he's making a contribution on punts and opened some eyes, I think, today.
Yeah, no, he's a courageous kid. I mean, that second or the third punt that he returned, it's like everybody's right there. He's catching the ball and he takes off, and he has that capability. The fact that we haven't played for 2 years, you developmentally, he showed sparks as a freshman. Then we don't see him for a little bit, and I think he's coming into his own right now, and he'll see more time as a receiver as time goes on as well.
What did you say to him after he pulled off his helmet? Because I know that's one of your pet peeves or celebration kind of penalties.
It's probably not printable.
Right.
Just advised him not to do it again.
Okay.
And the nice thing, a bunch of his teammates said the same type of thing. Just, hey, man, can't do that.
How different do you feel after this game than the last one?
Oh, no, yeah, completely. This is what you hope for. In reflection, we talked during the week. It wasn't as bad as it appeared, but it was bad on the sideline last week. And then to come out and we talked about all the different elements, the execution, the alignment. We were not penalized very much. I mean, the personal foul there, we had a hold on one of the kick returns, and we had a procedure, I think. But outside of that, pretty clean. We didn't mishandle things. We missed a PAT, which the operation was fine. We just missed the kick. But it wasn't. It just looked and it felt an awful lot better. And you could sense a greater level of confidence with the guys as the game progressed.
Maybe one more for me, and that is, again, how does this set you up going into league play?
Well, the big thing is we said we had to correct a lot of things, and we did. And now the consistency moving forward. Penn is a very talented team. They got a lot of guys back. I think they have just about their whole senior class, fifth-year seniors coming back, so they've got a lot of experience. We're playing down there, so we've got to play extremely well. And just prepare. It's a short week as well. We play on Friday night. So, remember this for a little bit, and then go right, get some sleep, go right back to work tomorrow.
Any update on Mr. Sutherland?
Nothing official right now. It was just, unfortunate. I don't actually have to watch tapes after a play, and there's a little bit of a bang and twists his knee. So we're hoping it's okay, and we'll find out a little bit more tomorrow.
Connor Davis, not ready to go.
Connor was kind of 50-50, and we just said, look, we're going to hold point. We think we're okay with these guys, and we'll go forward. He should be full go. He could have the original thought was, hey, let's kick him PATs, field goal, we'll hold the other guy, not do kickoffs, and just thought, why waste? or stress unnecessarily. We felt good with the other guys, and I was very proud of Block just coming in. And he's a guy who never complains, always does anything that we ask. So to give him an opportunity, and then Cam Baller was great. Just go, coach, man, he deserves an opportunity. So again, unselfishness team-wise, which is nice, team-wide.
Maybe one more, just Zach Bear, dual threat, running for over 100 yards, again, catching close to 50 yards of passes. He's a pretty valuable guy.
Yeah, he's just so versatile and can do so many different things. And again, the nice thing is Kevin does a great job kind of morphing the offense around the talent that's in. And we may do different things with A or B or C, but they all seem to come together and execute well. And the offensive line, I haven't said much about those guys, but that's a hard thing. You get kind of piano keys. We had 2 guys that played last week that didn't play, Cal Atkinson and Donnie Carty. So Schwitz Gable stepped in and did a wonderful job. Riff Lehman really played very, very well. JP Flores has been very, very consistent. And then Evan Semovich did a real nice job up inside as well.
I'm confused. Calvin Carty played last week, but not this week?
Yep. Yeah, Carty had just a nick. Both of them were close enough, but not quite. And it was great to get the guys that hadn't seen a whole lot of snaps. And then the fourth quarter, we played all of our second team offensive linemen, so they get a little bit of seasoning. And we played an awful lot of guys today, which was nice.
I probably should have asked Marcus, but how about getting a stop at the end, not allowing a touchdown?
Yeah, that was.
Your guys, backline guys, stepping up.
Well, and I'll give the coach the credit as well. Rather than just use, they had 3 timeouts, they could have used it and just okay, let's see what happens. And unfortunately, we didn't stop it. It was a good emotional thing for the guys, the second, third, fourth team guys that were in there. And we said that you're playing, we expect you to be successful. So good opportunity for those guys to develop.